ever wonder where one gets all these recipes from? Well, when it came to pigeons in the 18th century, they were very popular indeed. And I got a cookery book here, which is called Art of Cookery Made Plain and Easy. And there's no less than 18 recipes for pigeon in this book. They tell you how to stew pigeons and how to boil them, how to roast them. And one of the recipes in here I did with Arthur Negus over a year ago. It was a Yorkshire Christmas pie. That's when you get a goose and you bone it, and a turkey and a chicken and a partridge and lastly a pigeon, and you put them all inside each other, and the smallest bird is pigeon. It goes right in the middle. They were so popular in olden times. I think we're sometimes a little bit squeamish about pigeons, but I'm not. Now I've made this lovely recipe. It really is delicious. Let me show you. You take whole pigeons, and they're a good budget buy, and I usually serve one per person, but if you haven't a very hungry family, you can just split down the backbone and serve half. Take a pigeon, and first of all, to give it lots of flavour, I'm going to put some herbs inside, and I've got parsley, thyme and marjoram, and I'm going to push that down right inside the bird. Then when you've done that, fry them well in a little butter and oil until they're crispy brown on the outside. That helps to give colour, and that's exactly what I've got here. They're a lovely crispy brown colour. Then in the pan that you fried the pigeons, put some onions and just fry them and take up the sediment, which I've done. Then add a few mushrooms. This is a good time of year for mushrooms. Maybe you're picking your own field mushrooms. These are in fact button mushrooms, and there's no need to peel them. Stir those in. Then you want a little bit of thickening, about a teaspoonful of flour sprinkled over the top, and stir that in. And then I'm going to add some cider this time, not wine. Cider's very, very good for cooking. It helps to tenderize, just like wine does. Add the cider, half a pint, stir that well in. Now, it won't thicken up very much because it's only half an ounce of flour. Then I'm going to add a couple of stock cubes. Now, I'm a great one for using real stock, but you don't always have it, and so I'm using stock cube this time. And a little bit of grated nutmeg, which is sticking inside the nutmeg grater. There's a little hole in the top that's coming out. Grate it freshly in, and then salt, and again pepper. Give that a good stir. So you've got onions, mushrooms, stock cubes, and I'm going to put that in the bottom of a casserole, which I've got down here. So first of all, put the sauce. Don't expect it to be thick, as I said before. It's got these lovely onions, mushrooms, in it goes. And the smell is very good from the cider. Let a bed of that first of all. Then lift the pigeons on top. This is just about the right size to take them. I'll put them one behind the other. There we are. There's a little bit of juice. Then cover that with a little bit of foil. But first of all, I'm going to put a tiny bit of seasoning just over the breast. A little bit of pepper. They look so nice. They look like poussin, I think, when they're like this. Over the top. Squeeze it underneath. Now, maybe you've got a shallow casserole with a lid. You could use that if you wish. Then they want to be cooked very slowly. With casserole game and with pigeons, the secret is real slow, long cooking. So I'm cooking them at a slow oven, and I'm going to cook them till they're just tender. I've got some in the oven. Onto here. Let's have a look and see how they are. Now, to tell whether they're tender, you want to just take a sharp knife and then just cut through the breast, and then you can see that they're nice and tender. It's good lean meat. And then just before you serve it, I put lots of parsley, chopped parsley, over the top. That helps to make it bright and green and appetising. And for entertaining too, they're a marvellous recipe because they will keep happily in a low oven for a good hour and a half. 18th century pigeons. 4 pigeons, plucked and prepared, ready for the oven. 4 sprigs of parsley, thyme and marjoram. 1 tablespoonful of oil and a large knob of butter. That's for frying the pigeons in. Then take them out and add 4 onions sliced and just turn them in the fat, and then add 4 ounces of button mushrooms and a heaped teaspoon of flour. Then stir in half a pint of cider, 2 stock cubes, salt, ground black pepper and a little ground nutmeg or mace. And then you'll need chopped parsley to garnish. Then cook them in a slow oven, 325 degrees Fahrenheit, 160 degrees centigrade, that's gas number 3, for about 2 or 3 hours until the birds are tender. And this will serve 4 people, 1 bird each.